Mayweather was turning Devin Haney to a killer, teaching him how to teaching him how to pivot and look for openings, teaching him how to be patient and look for openings, working off what the person gives you instead of trying to jump in like the Charlos. Try to jump in off the Charlos. Create that offense off of mistakes, and teaching them how to pivot. Cause Devin don't use these different tactics. Cause people center line is exposed if you use different angles, if you angle off the pivot, and sometimes when you sit back and in these high level fights, and that these people, that's what Floyd teaching. Look, these openings are there, and Floyd teaching trying to turn them into a killer, and trying to keep the proper range. He teaching them about the proper range, how to pivot and create openings off your pivot, and teach them how to keep the proper range. And somebody backing up, keep the proper range, different combinations. Man, Floyd is doing the right thing. I believe a lot of these fighters getting them ready for the Teofimo work too. Getting them ready, and I believe Floyd gonna be his full-time trainer now. I believe it's official. Floyd is his full-time trainer, and it's lucrative for him and Devin if they take over boxing. Devin get himself up to $50 million, $100 million paydays. Floyd get 10% of that. Floyd turn a few other fighters. Floyd get 10% of that, along with his promotional company and his fighters. Man, Floyd be a rich. Floyd know how to make that money. Get a few contract killers. I believe Devin is one of Floyd's new contract killers. I see exactly what he's teaching them. All these openings that he was missing, he's teaching them how to look, trying to find some of these openings, and you can create these openings. It's best to keep it. It's a good thing I was taught by a smart motherfucker that knew boxing in Baltimore. He said, "Yo, it's smart when you can capitalize off a nigga mistake in boxing, but it's even better when you can make them make mistakes." And that's what Devin doing by this footwork that Floyd teaching them, going under. And I'm gonna tell y'all something to go back and watch. Go back and watch Lomachenko against Gary Russell. Gary Russell was making mistakes, but I say 50% of the mistakes that he was making was off of what Lomachenko was doing. Lomachenko was covering him up with his forearm, controlling him, and giving him some good ass combinations that you rarely see. And Gary Russell didn't know how to do it. He was throwing all kind of uppercuts, body shots, then uppercuts, tapping upside the head, up all this shit off of controlling him. He was pinning him up with his forearm and just weighing him out with different, and he was exposing him with different pivots and different angles. He was just fucking him up, man. He was back pivoting, front pivoting off the back foot, pivoting off the front foot. He was controlling and fucking him up with different combinations. He was just fucking Gary Russell. Y'all need to go back and what, man? That should be a teaching. That should be an old teaching video where Lomachenko did to Gary Russell. He fucked Gary Russell up, man. He fucked Gary Russell up. He beat Gary Russell ass. Floyd is turning Devin Haney into a contract killer, man. This is new footage of Devin Haney and Floyd. Contract killer. Hit that thumbs up, support the channel, man.